Alright, and we're back. Generator and all. I want to put in a quick class, guys. Get ready for the Day of Atonement. It's October 1st, 2017. You can read about it in the book of Leviticus, in chapter 23, where it talks about it. This is a big day, guys. This is one of the feasts of the Lord. There are 7 feasts of the Lord, 8 if you include the Sabbath day. He said for us to do these feasts throughout our generations. They are a sign of obedience, and they come with blessings, and if you don't do them, there are curses associated with them. Now, we live in troublous times now. Everybody should be trying to do all that we can to be in obedience with the Lord and the Word of God. This is one that we should be looking out for. This is the Day of Atonement. This is the day prescribed by the Lord that once a year we won't do any servile work or any slave kind of work or hard labor kind of work, or we take off work. You don't do any work at all. Read Leviticus 23. Be sure we're talking about the feast of the 7th month, the 10th day of the month. The feast of the first day of the 7th month just passed. There was trumpets on your calendar. It said Rosh Hashanah, but this one says Yom Kippur, and it's actually on the 1st. Now, if you look at your calendar and you have some problems with what you see on your calendar versus what I'm telling you on October 1st, you can do your research and find that the Israelites do not allow feast days to fall on Sundays, so they take the liberty to change it back. I'm not that part. I'm not that nation of Israel that's over there in Golan, wherever they're at over there in the Middle East now. I'm a Hebrew, the true nation of Israel. We don't change dates like that. We keep it the original day. Rosh Hashanah fell on the 22nd. You count 10 days, you get Sunday. Every time the first day falls on the Friday, the next day is going to fall on the Sunday. You leave it there. But anyway, it's October 1st. On that day, you take off work. Don't go to work that day. When I used to have to go to work on those days, couldn't get out of it, I wouldn't work. I would leave and go home sick, or I would find something else to do, like a lot of training involved. I'd find something and go read, and this is the day I decided to catch up on all of my training. I had a computer-based training. You had to sit there and all that. Yeah, it's a good day for that. Or, shut the door and work on some report or something. I would not do any work. If I had to go into the office, if I had to go down there to the factory, it wasn't going to be no work involved. I'd be there sitting there looking at everybody else work. I'm obedient to the word. I can care less about, them folk down there. Afflict your souls, okay? There's a lot of interpretation on what that means. A lot of people fast on that day. I fast on that day. I also reflect on my sinful nature and how bad I've been throughout the year. And yeah, of course, I've been horrible. So I have a lot to be sorrowful for, making a solemn day. All right. And then coming up, what else do we need to do? This is what we need to be doing in preparation for the season that we're in. Getting ready for the Day of Atonement. Also purchase a tent for the Feast of Tabernacles. That comes up in October. I think it's around October 1st is when we start. So you need to start getting you a tent. Okay, that's a 7-day feast. We stay in tents. All right. We still got this big rock out here that we're waiting on. I wasn't waiting on it until here recently. I found out about it, and I searched my scripture as I always do, and look for the truth in there. And the truth in there kind of supports all of this stuff going on with the Rubu stuff. Of course, they put it on 9/23, which is their pagan, day that they like to look at. But don't give up on these days yet. I mean, if you believe that something's about to happen, or even if you don't, these feast days are important, because when the Lord comes back his second time, it will be on a feast day. You don't know that it's 2017, but we do know that it's a feast day. Day of Atonement, Feast of Tabernacles, or the memorial of the blowing of trumpets. Alright? And yeah, we did see a sign on the memorial blowing of trumpets, which, in my opinion, means that we need a heightened awareness of these other days that's coming up, you know, because they could be meaningful. They could be meaningful. You say, well, I wonder why the Lord had us to sleep in tents. Well, if he's planning on a huge earthquake to come in a particular season in the future, and he tells all of his people who are obedient to be in a tent, because he's going to shake the earth so hard that all of the mountains are going to move out of the way, and all of the islands are going to move out of the way. And to me that sounds like, okay, I'm preparing my people, the people of my people that's willing to obey the covenant, obey the Torah, obey the first 5 books of the Bible. My people, the people who love me and are obedient, will be in tents on this day. So that's a good day for me to go ahead and just shake it. That's my opinion. That's my guess. I bet I'll be in the tent out there. I may not even come in the house at all. Usually we stay in the tent at night. Some people just eat in the tent and then they go back in at night. People do weird stuff. I don't know. I might need my own tent because I ain't coming out of there. I might need my own pea pot and in there, everything. All right. So we got these feasts coming up. Very important days, guys. You want to give me a holler. I can help with the feast. I can come out and teach in your Bible study or whatever you want to do. You can reach me 251-999-1447, or send me a text. Send a text. I'll usually get that. Or email me at endthefight@yahoo.com, but I don't really check that too often. But hey, you start sending me something, maybe I will start checking it more often. All right, guys, important stuff. Jesus is Lord.